Hello, welcome back to Cash Talks Football, where I give you advice with my 20 plus years coaching experience of how to be a better footballer, a better coach, and I would say a better person, but that's just not true. We don't do that here. Right, so we're going to have a little look at Luton against Brighton here, and I want to show you what's going on. The ball's just come back here, so of course the first thing you're going to do is put pressure on the ball. Great. There's not really much threat in the box, really. You've got two players here, but they're both of these defenders can come forward and clear that ball quite easily. They can both step forward, and so we're not really worried about that. But you do want to put pressure on here, because all this guy's got to do, look at how much space there is. He can take a touch, smack it in the net box. Well, let's see what happens. Bump, goes forward, slow jog out. That's pathetic. My grandma moves faster than that, and she's got one leg. That's just awful, right? So out he comes. This is one thing I can't stand in the Premier League, right? It's because they can't really play the football. They run and they shut the space down, but they can't actually tackle. They don't know how to do this next little bit here. So they've done their training session. Their coach has, keep the separation, the distance about 2 yards. But he doesn't realise where and when he can tackle the ball. He hasn't got a clue. So basically, he doesn't do anything. Watch how long he stood there. Bump, 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 bump. Do you see when that guy steps? When that guy steps and he puts his little step over, that means you can step one step closer to him. So one of the things I always say, it's a game of you get a go, I get a go, but it's played like this quickly. Think of it like that quick. You get a go, I get a go, you get a go, I get a go. So when he steps forward, you get to step forward. Now he's got to react to you reacting, and then you can go again. This guy makes no attempt to try to win the ball. Look, none at all. Look at all these other people around him all stood there. Oh, go and tackle him, tackle him. No one is doing anything. So it looks like they're pressuring the ball, but they're not. Right, so look at them all. Oh, now we've got a shift. We've run a coaching session like this where we all stand around and we all jog about a bit. That's all they're doing. All the time in the world. The other two players, with all that time there, have been eyeing the situation, what's going on. Again, look at how much time this guy's got on the ball. You can stop the ball casually, put his foot on it, and pick out a pass. No one's actually pressuring the ball. They look like they are, but they're not actually threatening to win the ball off any of those players at any time. In comes the cross. Headers it into the net box. To be fair, the defender's he's just not good enough. He's close enough. He's tight enough. He's just not really good enough. He should have been generally trying to get in behind the guy, but he didn't even analyse the danger. There's so many players there. There's no real pressure on the ball. These guys don't know what they're doing. They're going to go down this season. I promise you that. There we go. Bump in the net box. Let's have a look at the next goal. I don't really do penalties, well I didn't last season. I might sort of start adding them in this season just to show you how bad these referees are. Now the referee's given this penalty because there was one earlier on that he didn't give, so now he's given this one. It's the old make-up call. I made a mistake, but now something else has happened, and I'm going to give this as a penalty. Watch this. Blom, blom, blom. It's not really a penalty. It's clumsy. It is very clumsy, but it's not really a penalty. Gives it a penalty, and they stick it in the net box. Yeah. I don't know if I might start putting all the referees, bad calls together in like a compilation of how dodgy they are. But I don't have that much time in the world to put all their crap together. So I'll think about it and see what I come up with. I've done one penalty, so I'm going to do the other one. Yeah, this is a penalty, and I'll explain to you why. Right, as it hits his hand, here's the interesting part. There's one of those things, and it's really hard to sort of explain unless you've said it over and thought about it enough times. Does it change the flight and trajectory of the ball? Yeah, penalty. It's that simple. So sometimes when you do a handball, when it's like bouncing near the knee and it hits the hand, it's not a handball. However, if it's just shot or a cross and it changes the pace or any of that of the ball, it's a handball. So, yeah, handball, another penalty, another waste of time. We'll get on to the next goal. Yes, you're going to rewatch this. This is a professional football player playing in the Premier League. This is what he does. The ball's going down after a shot, bit of a melee. Boom! Oh, I've got the ball. He's done one of those skill videos. Oh, look at me, I can receive the ball on my... By the way, everyone should be able to receive the ball on their chest. That's not what I'm making fun of. I'm making fun of the fact that he's tried to carry on dribbling the ball and doing something with it in his own box instead of just turning and smashing that ball away or giving it straight there and getting rid of it. He's clearly in the Premier League thinking that he's a bit mustard, and he's not. He's going to be one of the reasons his team goes down because he doesn't know what he's doing at the football. And the striker next to him is like, are you serious, mate? Can I borrow that a second? Can I just borrow that? He's trying to carry on gelling. Can I borrow that? And smashes it in the goal. I don't know what you're thinking, but that is just... I don't know any team I've ever coached that a player would do that in my 18-yard box. Ever. Yeah, that is just awful. Awful all rounds. That's why they're going down. But yeah, what do you expect? Bad defending. Not really a great game, Brighton are going to be fine this season. They're going to start really when the impact of Europe starts hitting them near January time. We'll see if they got anything left in the legs. But yeah, I'll see you next time on Cash Talks Football.